This program is brought to you by Canton Community Television, now from the television studios of Canton High School.
Welcome to the Dog Pound. I'm your host, John Flood. Today on our show we have Donovan OConnor, who will talk about starting varsity golf. Welcome, Donnie.
Thanks for having me, John.
All right. Tell us how or who got you involved with golf.
So I got involved in golf at a pretty young age, probably around 10 years old. My dad took me to the driving range down the Cape, and that's about it.
All right. Pretty good story there.
It's all right.
Describe one of your favorite memories when playing golf.
One of my favorite memories playing golf is probably just going to Franklin Park with my dad, place over in Dorchester, and I playing rounds with him and him teaching me how to play and, stuff like that.
There you go. Tell us about some improvements to your game that you have made throughout your golf career and how you achieved those improvements.
Well, when I first started golfing, I basically couldn't get the ball off the tee. So, really just striking the ball as a whole, especially with my irons, I really was unable to hit those for a while. Really just my whole game in general. I used to be really bad. Now I'm not as horrible, but still not great.
That's good. You got any tips or something that you could give to like a young starting golfer?
If you're trying to play golf, then I would say all you want to do is just play as much as you can, because that's the only way you're going to get better. And don't let it, if you're having a bad round, don't let it get to you.
You mentioned playing as much as you can. Where would you say you play the most?
Probably Blue Hills in Canton. My buddy Cam's a member over there, so he takes me there a lot. Or Wampatuck, also in Canton. You take me there a lot too.
That's good. Describe what it's like coming to a new school and trying out for the sport in your first season.
It was a little nerve-wracking, I'm not going to lie. I did really poorly on the first day, so I knew a lot was going to come down to that second day, so I kind of just took my mind off it and played the best I could.
That's good. You mentioned playing poorly. What's your mental list of coming back from that? How do you do that?
Well, it was really about the first two holes. First two holes, I maxed out both of them, and then once I got through those two on the second day without having a double max again, I knew that I was gonna be in for a better round because I played that course so much. I knew it like the back of my hand.
Good. How did the team treat you as a rookie?
Very kind to me. All the boys, we love to joke around. They're really just kind, a great environment. I'd recommend it to anybody.
That's great. Explain to us the emotion and nerves coming in your first varsity match.
I was very nervous. It's probably why I played really bad. I really can't say anything else, but it was really nerve-wracking. And then after that, I kind of knew that I needed to not worry as much and just play it like I was playing around with my buddies.
What's compare what playing golf is like individually versus what playing golf is like as a team.
So I would say when you're playing by yourself and playing individually, it's a lot more on you, and you really have no team to back you up, and it's kind of just you versus the course out there. And playing as a team, I would say it's a lot better because you know that your score might not even be used. So if you have a bad round, you can just be like, all right, hopefully my teammates could do a little better than me today, and you kind of just got to root for them after.
That's great. Would the team pick you up after a bad loss or a bad day?
No, not really. Kind of just get clowned on. Yeah, you kind of just get made fun of, but it's all in good fun. It's all kindness.
That's good. Describe what the team atmosphere was like during the season and how they interacted with each other.
Really just like all fun and jokes all around. Pretty good environment to be in. It's all I can say. It was really great. Fun time.
Good. During like team outing events, did you have any of those during the season? Have any team dinners or something?
Yeah, I think we had about 3 or 4 team dinners. I would always eat a lot at the team dinners. Free food, you can't really say no to that.
Explain to us how you would keep a cool head to make sure you played your best golf in times when it mattered the most.
I would just act like I wasn't really playing for anything. I would act like I'm just out there playing with my friends and not really take it too serious and kind of just go with the flow of how it's going.
Could you say that playing with your friends is the best golf you play?
Oh yeah, for sure. But there's definitely some scandalous rounds in my history. There's definitely some cheating going on. I'm looking at you.
Tell us about the end of the season and some of the goals and expectations the players are trying to achieve for next season.
I think we want to probably have more than just one person in the whatever it was called. I can't even remember that little tournament that Huck was in. I think we want to make playoffs too. That'd be good. Did we make it this year? I don't know. I wasn't even on it. I wasn't really paying attention. I think we want to just have a better year, improve our record, and everyone probably wants to do better as an individual and stuff like that.
How are you going to make attempts to be better as a golfer for next season?
Probably going to play more, try and play at least 4 times a week, get lessons, whether it be one of my friends or someone professional like a coach or something like that.
That's good. Who are you going to play with? Like, does it matter? Like, if you're trying to get better, you're going to play with your friends, you're going to play with your dad, you're going to play by yourself?
If I'm trying to get better, I'd probably play with my dad because he'd just be giving me the most tips. If I'm trying to learn to play through adversity, then I'd probably play with my friends because all they do is chirp. All they do is chirp out there. Playing by myself, I would not say that helps my game because I take too many mulligans. I don't really count my score. It's a shit show all around.
Many people say golf is a lifelong sport. What are your thoughts on that, and tell us why or why not?
Yeah, I'd have to agree with that. I mean, it's not really very taxing on your body. You can play it, and you can kind of play it inside with these new simulators and stuff, and all you really need is just a couple of friends and some clubs, and you're good to go.
Golf being a fall sport, during the off season, what are you gonna do? Like, are you gonna use those simulators like you mentioned, or are you gonna?
No, probably. I don't know. Maybe if I feel like it, if my buddy Cam will have me over, he has one. But it's really about the spring. That's when I'll improve the most because I'll be out there. I'll be playing, trying to play every day.
Great. During the spring and summer, you play a lot.
Yeah, I try and get out there at least 3-4 times a week.
There you go. Explain how important it is to be mentally calm when playing golf and how you reach that area of calmness.
I mean, if you get flustered with yourself, it's really just all downhill from there because you'll lose focus. You'll try and hit it too hard, and you'll just mess it up. And, yeah, I mean, you really got to stay calm throughout the whole round.
That's good. Being calm, does that, make you better at golf, make you worse at golf?
I would say it does, yeah, because if you can keep a level of tranquility and calmness, then you should be able to play your best and really improve.
Good. Speaking of all the improvements, what club are you gonna need to improve on the most and improve on the least?
My driver's pretty bad. It goes right a lot. Normally that thing's going into the woods, so gotta work on that. I think it's not really me; it's the club. I gotta buy a new one. And then I would say I'm pretty good with my irons. Probably just because they're really forgiving. They're easy to hit.
Good. Your driver just giving you some problems. How are you gonna fix that?
I think it's a shaft. That's really the issue. It's too flat. It's too bendy. It flexes too much at the top of my swing, and I can't control it on the way down. I got to get a stiffer shaft. Gonna have to take that one to the lab.
All right. Sounds good. Sounds like a plan. Explain the impact that golf has on your life.
It has a really big impact. It's a lot of money, obviously, but it's really a great way to. I've been able to make friendships and bond with my friends even more than I normally do, and it takes up a lot of my time. Yeah, it's really about it. It's kind of like it's a lot.
That's good. Playing with your friends, is that like one of your favorite things to do?
I mean,
getting out on the course with your buddies.
Me and my friends, like I said, we try and play a lot. Normally 3 or 4 times a week, and that was without my friends having cars and stuff. So often when we couldn't play, it was a matter of transportation, not want.
Good. With the advancement of cars in your friend group, you gonna play a lot more?
Oh, we're gonna play so much more. I mean, it adds a lot. We can get carts now. Yeah, it's just so much easier to get there that way.
18 holes instead of 9 holes.
Yeah, we can get more in. Our rounds don't need to be cut as short because someone needs to go find a ride.
Playing during the off season, you planning on playing like anywhere?
Well, probably gonna play Blue Hills a lot. That's our home course. Probably play down the Cape a lot too, over at Dennis Highlands. Yeah, those are probably my 2 biggest courses that I'll play this year in the off season.
Does that give you home court advantage, kind of? Like
getting
used to Blue Hills.
Yeah, if you know the course, that's massive advantage because you just know how to play it, and you know what holes are good and what holes you might have to try and score, so you can balance out the bad holes.
What's your aim towards score? Are you aiming for par? Are you aiming for birdie on some holes?
It really just depends on the hole. I mean, if it's par 3, you want to be getting par most of the time because you can normally get in the green in 1 if you hit it well. And then if it's par 5, you can maybe settle for a bogey because it's longer and you might there's more chance for error.
What do you think? Describe your hardest hole that you've ever played. Most challenging to you.
Probably, I'd have to say hole 2 at Blue Hills. That thing owns me. I really can't get past that one. My drive, it always goes over to the right by the tees, and then I have to recover on my second shot. Then on my third, it's probably a layup, and then we're putting, hopefully, and even that's a prayer.
That's good. What do you think you're gonna need to do to get good score on that hole? Maybe making it a few matches, get a few good scores.
Really just dial in my game. It's try and fix my accuracy. That's a big problem. Sometimes I have no clue where the ball is going. Yeah, that's about it. I gotta tune in my accuracy.
All right. Thank you, Donovan, for telling us about your golf career. From Canton Community Television, I'm John Flood. Thanks for watching.
Our crew member today are John Flood, Connor Gagan, Nolan Gillis, Tommy Rose, Asher Hong, Mike Sullivan, Devin Townsend, Nick Trano, Tom Carty, Adrian Welch, Dan Albert, Marcos Barbosa, Leo Villafane, Nala Katili, Emma O'Hare, Dan Farrar, and I'm Matt Ryan, signing off. Thanks for watching.
Welcome to the Dog Pound. I'm your host, Cam Grishuni, here with superstar athlete Teddy Shuman. Teddy, welcome to our show.
Thanks for having me, Cam. It's a pleasure to be here.
So first, tell us about how your hockey career started.
My hockey career started, I was like 3 or 4, laced them up, went out to learn to skate at Ponky, the old rink, and yeah, just went up the ladder and played every level up to high school, and now here we are.
So tell us about why you love hockey so much.
It's something I can just put my mind to. Takes my mind off anything else going on in my life. It's just something I can really lock in on and love to play it, love playing, love the team. It's a great morale around the team, and yeah, it's awesome.
How are ways that you get up your morale for the team?
You just want good. You want good energy. You want good positive attitude around the locker room, and yeah.
So tell us about some of your favorite moments with hockey. Describe your favorite one.
Well, starting at a young age, we always were winning state championships. I think our squirt year, we won our first championship. It was my first year of squirts. We played at Marlboro, and we beat Arlington in the finals, 1-0. It was a great game. Then we went on to the regionals and won that too. Travis Thomas shootout goal to win it. Yeah, it was a great game.
Oh, where was regionals?
It was in Springfield, Rhode Island.
Jeez, it's far away.
Yeah, it was awesome though. We stayed over in the hotel. It was a great time playing mini hockey in the halls, getting yelled at by the parents and the workers at the hotel. Yeah, it was awesome.
Who are some of your favorite players you've played with?
Played with Travis my whole life. Great player, great kid. I've played with Grady Carr, Liam Conley, all of them. Grew up playing with them since I was 5 or 6. Up until high school. It's awesome. I love playing with them.
Do you have a favorite memory with all those players at some point?
Definitely winning the state championship my freshman year. We were at the Garden. We TD Garden. It was just beat Hopkinton. It was one of the best moments of my life. I mean, just holding up the trophy in front of the whole student section. The whole town's there supporting you. You go home. Everybody's at the dinner after, and you have the trophy. You have your medals. Everybody's there. It's awesome. It was a great feeling.
What was your favorite moment from the Garden? Was it before? Was it on the ice after?
The whole experience. We the girls played before us at 9. We had the 11 o'clock game. We got there at 8:45. Watched their whole game. Just sitting on down below where all the Bruins players are, looking at the Bruins locker room. Just getting ready to warming up there. It's all awesome. And obviously hitting the ice. The lights were brighter than any other rink I've ever played in. And whole game, first period, we were down, we were struggling to score, had some great opportunities but couldn't finish, and then came out in the second, still 10 minutes in, we couldn't find the net, but and then we tied it up with 2 minutes left, and then scored another one to go in the locker room before the third period. It was 2-1, and then just took it to them in the third, went up 4-1, and then that was the game, and then celebrating after with the trophy, going to the student section again. It was awesome.
In between periods, what was your coaches saying to you guys?
He was just saying trust the process. I mean, we were down because we knew we were out shooting them by 20 shots. We couldn't score, but he was just saying stick to it, play our game, don't try and get too fancy, just keep moving the puck, and then we stuck to it, and we ended up winning that one.
It's good. Tell us about your upcoming season, your chances of winning another state title.
You don't want to focus down the road too much, but we got four good offensive lines that can go. Defensively, we have some work to do, but we'll practice and we'll get ready. We should be all right all around, and we're excited to see what happens.
What are some of your key factors of your team?
I feel like we want to focus on defense. We're a defensive program, and when our defense is good and we're playing defensive zone out, that's when we're winning. That's when we're succeeding.
Describe some ways you practice your defense in practice.
Just drills, defensive drills, transition from offense to defense quickly, making sure we shut down other teams' offenses, and getting going the other way. That's how we win.
Describe how having your dad as your coach on the varsity hockey team affects you while playing.
I feel like definitely it's tough, but in some ways it affects me in good ways because it motivates me to get better. And you don't want to be that. You want to be that after bad games, people will be like, "Oh yeah, you're on the team because your dad." I'm like, "Yeah, but it just motivates me to be better every day and pushes me every practice. Definitely harder on me than other people, but yeah, it is what it is. Got to deal with it.
Is there like a specific like time in your career where he was harder on you than wasn't?
There's one game, it was the Archbishop Williams game my freshman year. I was out there for the last shift. We were down. It was a tough game. We did not play well. A couple penalties, but went out there in the last shift, started a little brawl, and he grabbed me by the shirt at center ice and just ripped into me in front of everybody. But yeah, it is what it is.
Did you guys end up winning that game?
We did not. We lost to that was a tough one. They were good that year too. We had them the whole game. Then we just fell apart in the third period. I think we let 4 goals in the third period. Did not play well. I think got benched that game, but it was a tough one.
How was your bounce back from that?
It was good. We came out, I think, 2 games later, beat Franklin at home. Another great moment of my career, beating Franklin. But yeah, it was what it is.
Do you ever get overwhelmed from the pressure of the sport? Why or why not?
Definitely do. I mean, there are times times throughout the season where your confidence is down, but I feel like the people who can get through that are the ones who can succeed. And yeah, you just gotta put it aside, do your best, focus next play, next game, next shift, whatever you can do to put that stress aside and just move on.
How are some ways you deal with like the pressure from the game?
It usually just comes pre-game. It's usually where you gotta lock in. When you're mentally locked in and mentally ready to go, that's when you play your best. And I usually just take time, visualize the game before I step out there, get warmed up, stretch, and that's really where I can let all the stress go and just focus on my game and focus on how the team play.
Do you think having mental toughness is a big factor for you?
Yeah. You need to have mental toughness, and the games where you're focusing on past bad plays you made and not focusing on the next play, the games you tend to play bad and tend to hurt your team. But if you can have that next play mentality and focus on what's coming next rather than looking at past plays you've made, then you'll be good and you'll play a good game.
Looking back on all the games you've played, is there like a certain time where you had mental toughness or you didn't have mental toughness that really affected your team?
I think the game against Milton this year, I think we tied, but it was all game. We were just battling the whole team, not just me. We had to face adversity. We went down, but their studio was just ruthless too. They were chirping everybody in our team, coming at us, but it was in their rink too. We knew we were the better team. We did not play well, but I feel like the whole team. We persevered. We got through it. In overtime, we had some chances. I hit the crossbar with like 8 seconds left. That was tough, but yeah, we battled back for a tie against them. Tough tie, but definitely helped us later in the season, motivated us to get better.
Does playing other teams like home like rink instead of Ponky, does it like a whole different game?
Yeah. There's definitely some rinks like Franklin. Obviously, they're a big rival. Going into their rink, their student section's right on top of you. They won't hold back too. They'll just say whatever they want. But Ponky, everybody's right up on the glass. They're all rooting for you. They're all there for you. But yeah, definitely Ponky's our home. Ponky's our home, and when everybody's there, the whole town's there cheering us on. It's definitely a great feeling, and it definitely helps us play better in games.
Is there like a specific rink that is once you go in there, it's gonna be a battle?
Yeah, the Franklin rink, it's right on their campus, so everybody comes to those. Everybody that's circled on everybody's calendar at the start of the year. Everybody loves coming out to those games, but it's just a battle the whole game. I mean, if you want to stay out of the box, because if you're in the box, the whole student section's right there. They're banging on the glass. But yeah, it's circled the whole rink all the way around. People are against the glass in the stands. Usually a night game. This year we got them Sunday night, so not much to be going on. Everybody's going to be there, so it's going to be exciting.
Mm-hmm. Describe your game day routine for success. Give us a walkthrough of your day.
So in the morning, usually have film around 11, I think, but I'll probably get there at 8. There's some stuff going on before film. We got bear cubs and stuff. It's like a skate before. We go out and coach the little kids, learn to skate. That's at usually like 9 o'clock, so we'll skate for the bear cubs for an hour. We'll go to learn to skate from 9 to 11, and then right upstairs to film, pregame film. We'll go through the lineup. We'll go through the team, watch their forecheck, watch their game, and then we'll get ready to go home. Usually take a nap. We'll get Muffin House before I go home. It's always a great trip. And then I'll go home, take a nap depending on the time the game is. If it's a night game, I'll usually take a longer nap. Maybe play some Xbox, and then go to the bus or go to the rink and get stretched usually 2 hours before the game, hour and a half before the game.
Oh, does having film before the game help you become mentally tough or physically
Yeah.
tough as well?
Yeah, having film, I mean, it's like you don't remember all the film you watch, but certain parts of the game you remember, like, oh, we watched this in film. We'll know what they're going to do. If it's a face-off play, if it's their power play, whatever it is, just really good to have that next step on them because we know we're one of the few teams that really do film. We take film seriously, so we already have that next step on the other teams we're playing, so it's great to know that.
Has there ever been a time that you have like not used a film and it's came to like bite you?
No, we watch film before every game, no matter who it is. If it's one of the lower teams or it's one of the worst teams or one of the best teams we'll play, we'll watch film no matter what. Watch their key players, what they'll do. If they have speed, we'll make sure. We always have them circled, their best players, no matter who they are. We'll always know where they are on the ice, know who they are, and make sure to account for them at all times.
Explain how you find ways to bond with your teammates on your ice.
Usually, on the ice or just in general?
Well, in general, all of it.
On the ice, we'll usually just, after practice, we'll always come together, break it down, have a talk, no matter what, and then after, you just go to eat Chipotle or something else. Team dinners are awesome too. We usually just go to somebody's house, we'll eat, and then maybe go in the basement, play some mini hockey, sit there, play some NHL or something. It's a great way to bond.
Who on the team has the best team dinners?
Ooh, I don't know. I think you go with Connor Gagan. He's got a great basement. You got a great setup there for mini hockey, NHL, and you got some ping pong too. Some great ping pong games down there. Usually spend a couple hours at that one.
If you're like at a team dinner, what are you looking for? What are you trying to put on your plate?
Oh, the chicken broccoli and ziti is always a go-to. You need that wherever it is. Sometimes we get catered Chipotle. That's always one of my favorites. But mac and cheese, chicken broccoli and ziti, maybe some salad. Get the greens in before the game. But yeah.
Do you have your own? Do you have like team dinners every year?
Yeah, we usually have one at my house, but my house is kind of weird. We got a lot of tables set up, so teams kind of separated. But we usually get some. It's usually a team choice for mine, so we'll go whatever the team wants. Maybe get some garlic bread in there too. It's always a great time.
What's the main course meal for it?
Main course meal? Oh, it changes every year. I think last year we had bolognese, which is pasta and meat sauce, and then we had some buff chick dip. It's always a favorite at my house, but everybody, yeah, it's a great time. Play some mini hockey too after always.
Tell us about how you felt with the previous season and how you feel going forward. You're gonna.
Last year was a heartbreaker, but losing those seniors, we had a great run at those seniors. Though they were a big part of us winning at the Garden, and losing them though is definitely sad and definitely will hurt us. But we can learn from it. Definitely, we will never take another team, never take them for granted, and we'll always play. No matter who it is, we'll always play our best game and take them serious.
At that last game, did you ever when you lost that game? What was the going through your head? What was that feeling?
I was just sad to lose the seniors. They're some of our best friends, some of our best players, but I knew we'd be back. I knew I had 2 years left, and yeah, just gonna use it as fuel for this year and get better every day, every game.
What seniors has there been a senior that has took you under their wing and made you the player you've been?
I feel like all of them. They're all great. Matt Anderson, Brendan Torgy, Brian Middleton, Colin Blake. They're all awesome. They all took me under their wing, showed me what Canton hockey was about. Yeah, they're a big part to where I am today.
How much does it mean to wear the C on your chest? How much does it mean for you?
Oh, it means a lot. I mean, you're representing your team wherever you go. No matter you have a sweatshirt on, you have a little C on your pants. People are like, oh, that's Canton hockey. You got to represent it well. You got to know that the eyes are always on you. Everybody's watching you. They'll always report back to people. Say what you're doing good, say what you're doing bad, but you always got to know people are watching.
Is there certain ways that you have to represent?
You got to. I mean, yeah, it's big parts just with the youth hockey guys. You got to. You always got to be good to them. Go to learn the skates, teach them, because they're the next guys up. They're the future of the team. So you always got to be good to them.
Is representing the program what it's all about?
Yeah, definitely. On the ice or off the ice, in school, wherever it is, you gotta you gotta know that everybody's there for you. Everybody. Some people are there, but other people also from other towns want to catch you when you're down and call you out on things you're not doing right.
What's the main way that if someone's talking down, how do you back it up?
You don't really back it up. You just gotta go out there. You gotta block them out. You gotta go out there and just play play, do the right thing every day. No matter what, if you have a bad day, you do something wrong, you just go out there the next day and be better. Always, if it's on the ice or off the ice or it's in school, it should always be better the next day.
Sounds like a good. Thank you, Teddy, for this great show. And Canton Community Television, I'm Cam Grishuni. Thanks for watching.
Our crew today is Jack Cooper as producer, Travis Thomas as talent wrangler, Shane Harney as script supervisor, Brendan Mann as studio display, Brooke Perlman as audio technician, Ife Ajanaku as tech director, Angel Assad as show evaluator, Ben Secord as character gen, Gavin O'Toole as set photographer, Noah Lorenko as camera person 1, Isaiah Zavetti as camera person 2, Brooke Hickey as camera person 3, Naomi Falk as PA and Slate, Kai Nunn as floor manager, and I'm Tommy Oliver as announcer. Thanks for watching.